So while they want to tout this as some huge accomplishment, some huge, amazing statistic, I read this and I say, bro, this is the problem. Cyber Monday sales reached $12.4 billion, driven by buy now, pay later, driven by putting people in debt. Amazon on Cyber Monday just proved how bad the economy is out there. Cyber Monday beating expectations proves just how hard the American consumers are being hit right now, right? Some people want to spin it. Some people want to say that this record high, amazing Cyber Monday means that the American consumer is so happy, so excited, so ready to spend money. But the smart people out there, the people who are watching videos like this, they understand that that's not the case. In fact, they understand that the reason it's so high is because inflation's out of control. The reason that this is the highest Black Friday ever is because people are hurting. When they used to be able to buy all of their Christmas for maybe $500, maybe $1,000, now they're looking at $1,500, maybe even $2,000, maybe even more. So while they want to tout this as some huge accomplishment, some huge, amazing statistic, I read this and I say, bro, this is the problem. This is actually what the problem is right now. Cyber Monday sales reached $12.4 billion, driven by the worst possible thing. Driven by buy now, pay later. Driven by putting people in debt. This scared me. This legitimately scared me when I first read it. I'm like, oh no. People are not able to afford Christmas. They're not going to tell Tiny Tim this year that he can't have anything. But next year it may be completely over. Next year, they may not have anything for Christmas. Buy now, pay later. It's what helped bolster this incredible spending spree, as some people want to call it. That's just not a good thing. It may be true. It may be that people want to tout how great these sales are, but under the hood, that's not good at all. Spending on a highly anticipated Cyber Monday reached a new record, with consumers collectively doling out $12.4 billion, $12.4 billion, according to the latest data from Adobe. This is a 9% increase year over year and even outpaces the initial projection. Okay, this is specifically exactly where I said, oh, this is a problem. This is 9.6% higher year over year. What does that sound like? What does that sound like to me? That says these are the same products that are now priced 10% higher due to inflation. So people are buying the same stuff, but now they have to spend 10% more. This is how I read it. The spending is largely being driven by buy now, pay later options as Americans grapple with high inflation. This scared me to death. Usage of these services hit an all-time high, accounting for 940 million, which is a 42% increase year over year. Let's break that down. Sales are, let's call them 10% higher. Sales are 10% higher. That can be inflation. Use of buy now, pay later is up 42%. That causes all the wrinkles in my forehead to stand up. Use of buy now, pay later has grown 42%. This right here, in my opinion, is what the American consumer is looking at. Prices may have gone up on these goods by 9.6%. But in order to afford this, they have to take 42% of their regular spending as debt because everything else has gone up. This scared the crap out of me when I read this. I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. When people can't afford the buy now, pay laters, they've already maxed out their credit cards. They have no money left in their savings. They have no money left at the end of the month in their checking account. Now they're taking into buy now, pay later, which isn't even included in their credit cards. There's a wall coming real soon, people. There is a systematic, huge economic barrier that we're heading right at, a brick wall we're heading straight toward. Since November 1st, the buy now, pay later services accounted for $8.3 billion in total spending, up 17% year over year. So just for Cyber Monday, 42%. For the entire year, we're looking at 17%. And November is the biggest monthly change on record for these payments here. And this underscores just how consumers are trying to buy gifts while managing their debt obligations amid persisting inflation, high interest rates, and resumed student loan payments, right? If I remember correctly, one of the huge talking points by the Democrats was, we're going to pay off your student loans. When's that going to happen? Is that ever going to happen? I don't know. Maybe they'll roll that out right before the voting begins in 2024 so they can get at least a couple more votes, because they definitely didn't keep any of their promises this time. And the American consumer is so much worse off than it was 4 years ago. You can't tell me anybody's better off today than they were 4 years ago. It would be a very rare circumstance. And a rare circumstance is a day where I go by with not a single package from Amazon on my doorstep. Let's take a look at what the AI trading data says about Amazon. Amazon got a sell signal 2 days ago. 2 days ago, Amazon got a sell signal. So if you're an investor in Amazon, hey, now may be time to take your profits. And in fact, if you had been following these signal returns, you would have seen an 85.32% return. Now that is a pretty sweet holiday gift right there. Hey, if you're interested in getting your hands on some holiday gifts just like these AI trading signals, head to obtlyr.com to see why outliers win. Now let's go take a look to see what the internet is saying about this story. Let's see. I'll take flexible payments because I can afford that. There's an old adage that says, how did you go broke? And it's gradually and then all at once. That's what this person's lining themselves up for. It's gradually, I can afford it. And all at once, I have no money left. Yeah. So now overspending is called savvy. What are they going to think of next? I guess the high consumer debt has more to do with I want it now than I need to eat. I think it's both. I think it's exactly both. If it's a gift and you have to finance it, it's really a burden. Pay cash or don't buy it. That's some sage advice right there from the old Texan. And I don't need to understand exactly how the YouTube algorithm works, but it tells me that one of these two videos is going to be perfect for the way to continue on your day. Thank you so much for tuning into today's Outlier Live, and I'll see you on the next episode.